We're looking at everybody. I want to turn over every single rock. So, yeah, we're looking at everybody. Cam's a good quarterback. He's done a lot of good things with the Panthers, led them to a Super Bowl. He's had some injuries. If he's healthy, he's going to be a good quarterback for somebody. I would like to add my own 2 cents. If he's healthy, he's going to be a great quarterback for somebody. And I happen to have these numbers very fresh in my mind because Hembo and I just worked up a little essay on Cam Newton that will air next week. Cam Newton, when he was healthy, Domonique, was not a good player. He was a great player. I think sometimes underappreciated how great he was. I think that he feels much more worth a risk right now than someone like Tua, based upon our having seen with our own eyes what he can do in the NFL. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I think that Tua is a long-term solution. I understand what you're saying, but I think the high reward for Tua is you have a quarterback for 10, 15 years. I mean, Cam Newton, if he returns to his form, you can't expect him to do that for much longer. That's for a team that's ready to make a Super Bowl run right now. I think that Cam Newton fits that mold, and he's very good, and he can succeed in that fashion. But if I have the choice between those 2 quarterbacks, I think I might go with Tua just because the expectation of having a fixture at the quarterback position for years to come, as opposed to Cam Newton, who best case scenario is you're going to get Cam Newton for 3, 4, maybe 5 more years.
Let's analyze that statement for a moment. Cam Newton is 30. He'll be 31 when next season begins. Why are we writing him off when these guys are playing into their 38, 39, 43 years of age?
Ryan's right. We got a new greenie out here because you're the one who's always talking about how there's so many hits that a running back can take and that Cam Newton is that guy. Like, this is unusual, Greenie. Who are you? This quarantine, this epidemic has gotten to you in ways that I can't imagine. You know why Cam Newton is not going to be playing while he's 45, because he's Cam Newton and he runs people over. Like, I think he can continue to play the way that he is, but if you think that Cam Newton is going to somehow transform into a pocket passing quarterback, no, and no one wants that. The league is not a pocket passing league anymore. Those quarterbacks are no longer in vogue, and Cam Newton is not going to be able to run people over for 10 more years until he's 40.
All right, then let me get more specific with you, Ryan Clark. The Chargers in particular have a playoff caliber team, and right now they have Tyrod Taylor as their starting quarterback. If you were in their shoes, would you sign Cam Newton?
I would sign Cam Newton, and I understand what Domonique is saying if you have to take one of the 2, if you're thinking long-term for the Los Angeles Chargers. But I don't know if Anthony Lynn has long-term. What he does have is a quarterback in Tyrod Taylor that's going to play a specific brand of offensive football, and Cam Newton can fit that brand. And we know when Cam Newton is healthy, and he doesn't have to necessarily be what he once was in his MVP season. If he's healthy, if he can move around, if he can make plays, if he can do some of the fascinating things that made us fall in love with him, he is your starting quarterback. And if that's for 3, if that's for 4 years, you get high-level quarterback play in a league that has now turned into everyone wanting someone similar to Cam Newton. Are there some things he needs to change about his game from a physicality standpoint? Yes. But I've been watching his videos because that's the way we have to tell the world that we're healthy now, the same way Tua Tagovailoa is. And this is a guy who looks like he's moving around well. He's running stadiums. He's running sprints. He's throwing the football. Cam Newton is a guy I want in my building because now he's motivated, and he's a guy who seems to be healthy. He can help you win games, especially with some of the offensive talent in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it feels like a risk that someone has a chance to wind up getting a really big reward on. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.